Guys, just a note, if you're not able to follow along, no, don't worry. All the codes are already will be shared after this. So you can always have a time to do and follow what exactly. Just follow the structure as well as what exactly we are doing. Basically the mechanism. Make sense? Right.
Okay, so let's write the code. And for that, we need some changes in form file. Right now, you can see nothing is there. We need testng, log4j, and everything. And we don't need JUnit because we're going to use testng, right? So I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to give you one of the dependencies which we're going to use. So in here, I did already added all the dependencies. So what you're going to do is start with properties in your form file and go till dependencies. Copy this and paste this here. And I'm going to share this in code share. So start with properties and add dependencies and copy paste this. And wait for the process to finish. And let me share the code share link. Go there, copy the whole code share code. And now go to your POM file and start from property stack, go till dependency stack and replace this code with the new code which is present on code share. So what we added allo reports which we need for reporting purpose. We added log4j which we need for logging purposes, right? We added JSON which we need for serialization and deserialization. We added rest assured, of course we need rest assured. Testng we need for test case management and execution. Philo for data reading. So all the necessary, so everything is required for this project we added here. So let's write the integration test and name it. So I'll create a test. So I will name it public void test GitHub CRUD GitHub repo CRUD operations. Okay. Now under that, I'm gonna test create, update and delete. Okay, and read and delete. So if you see the Postman, we have create for auth user. Obviously, we're gonna use auth user. So for auth user, we need a header token this. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna use my token, but for you, always use your token. You can get your token from GitHub. If you don't know, just go to GitHub and in your setting, go to settings, and under that go to developer settings. Under that, go to personal access token and generate your token from here. Okay, when you generate a new token, make sure you select all the permissions here. Why all? We need admin permission to remove repo. Okay, so repo related permissions are good for create update, but for deleting something we need admin access. So check all the permission for now, and if you want you can delete this token later on. Okay, check all the permissions, create new token, and then use that token in our test cases. I hope everyone has that token, right? Do not use my token for now. Okay. Now let's say if we had to write test case, if we have to cover this create repo test case in our rest assured repository without any framework, or without any framework, if we write the integration test case, how would it look like? Because create repo name needs a unique name. I'm gonna create a name and then add it. So I'm creating a unique name, and for that I'm gonna use system dot current time in millis. Okay, so that every time I get a unique name. So I created a name, unique name, because you can't create the same repo again and again on GitHub. It will throw an error. Now, once I have done that, I will start writing my API test. First of all, I need it for create. So first of all, I will set my base URI, which is this. Okay, if you are little slow, don't worry about it. I will paste this code in code share once for every step. So let's finish out the create repository, and once it is working, I will paste that in code share. Okay. So rest assured, given, obviously given, and what I will do, I will move this to here. If I make it static, I don't need this. So for now, making it not static. So rest assured, given dot base URI, where I will put the base URI. For logging purposes, rest assured has log.all. Okay. So this is that. And now I need header. I need a header. So the header here is for me authorization. And I don't think we need anything else in headers given part. Now let's move towards when part. When we need to send body, and for this demo purpose, we're gonna send body in string, but then while improving that in framework, we gonna use Pojo. So this is our body. So I'm showing you how we do it if we don't use any framework, and then one by one we will convert that every piece of this in framework. Okay, once body is done, we need to post this, and to post this we have an endpoint which is user/repos, right? And then we have to verify assert that status code is 200, and let's extract data and verify the name is correct. Extract.json path for extraction, and I will say get. See, this get is actually a T format, right? So rest assured uses a lot of generic code. Get, and if you see my code, here the response is something like that, and we need this name. Okay, because we want to verify the name which is provided in request body is equal to the response body. Okay, so let's take this name and get it during runtime. Okay, so this is how you test it, but then we need a unique name every time, so we're gonna replace this with our unique string. Okay, now we have created a simple create repo test. Okay, and after this a repo will be created. Uh, but we are not verifying anything yet, right? We are extracting name. So let's save this name in another variable. Let's say response name, and then use our testng assertions to verify this. Name should be response name equal to response, right? Whatever we are creating, the repo should be created, and the repo response should have that name equal to the name we have provided. So if I run this, I should see a repo being created on GitHub with rest assured prefix. If everything works fine. There is an error. 210. Okay, yeah. For creation, the code is 201. Okay. Okay, so I think everything is working. If you notice, we have provided log in request, but did not provide logs in response. So let's add that also. So log.org, because during logging, as I said, everything should be logged. We need request log, also the response log. Now everything is working. Let's run it again and then see it on GitHub. If this test case passes, is working. go to GitHub and let's see that I think 2 repos should be created with rest assured. So if I search my rest assured, there are 2 repos which are created with rest assured, and this is a unique identifier, which is a timestamp, right? So this is how you create a normal test, right? Now let's try to improve that, and before that, you guys can run it and try it at your end. I'm going to paste this in code share.